What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy V Note the Most, aka Lil V, aka Got Dreams, aka Trilly Trill. Shout out to the people, like the OG Smokes. Shout out to my strictly ghetto engines running through this big engine country. Shout out to Hawk School, and I digress like Root. What it do, what it do, what it do. I'm supposed to do a little morning little reading build. Gonna go check out the little hole in the wall download that me and Nike 901 did last night. Kind of turned up, had a cool little conversation. He dropped some jewels. Somebody else in the chat named Christopher, he came through with a jewel too. That's like I said, man, that's what I like about this community, man. Everybody be, you know, everybody got something to offer. Everybody got some type of gold nugget, you know what I'm saying, to add to the uh, historical studies. But we're gonna do a little morning little build. We'll do a little morning little build. And today's build is gonna be, let me put a little music in the background, hype it up a little bit. So this morning build is about the Seminoles and Creek beefing over the Black Seminoles in 1854. Uh, we just got done reading before how they got approved to be able to get the funding from the government to be able to leave Mexico to go back to Oklahoma. That was in the 1870s. Now we're going backwards a little bit within the history to try to find out more what happened within that situation on kind of how did they even ended up in Mexico. As far as reading the primary sources, and that's what I'm more about nowadays. Reading the primary sources. The books is cool. The books is cool because it's still giving us an insight into their world that we probably would have never had before. So the books is cool, but when I'm reading these letters from certain generals and I'm going to the National Archives, I mean, you really can't get no closer to the truth. You really can't get no closer to the truth. You know what I'm saying? And my whole little build is just to show that black people was over here living like Indians, doing Indian stuff was part of the band and kind of moving like that. I'm trying to bring the history that I can bring to show, okay, yeah, it was black Indians. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm kind of at the top right now because I just got done touching on 1870. That's late in the game, which is our history. I'm just trying to get more factual with it. I'm going to the primary sources, reading from people that was there dealing with these people. You know what I'm saying? So today we're gonna fall into this right here. I didn't even get that set up crazy, but I hope everybody I hope everybody having a good Saturday morning. Definitely, man. Uh, I'm gonna do this little building, get up out of here real quick. Gotta go to the mall, go get my daughter some shoes. Her birthday, shout out to Zion. So this what we're reading right here is coming from Fort Smith, Arkansas, November 18th, 1854. Francis Page is the Assistant Adjutant General. So this is kind of like the cover letter of the Western Union whenever they send out their letter. So this is kind of like the cover letter sheet, and the information and within this little package is information on the subject of difficulties between the Creeks and Seminoles and what members of Seminoles of their Indians have left the country assigned to them by the government. Let's go to the next page. Let's get this started. Now I got to zoom in real tough for these. So we at Fort Smith, Arkansas, November 18th, 1854. Okay, got that off. Okay, sir. On on learning the on burying the headquarters of the department on a tour of inspections to the parts on the Arkansas frontier. I received instructions from the General Commission. I received instructions from the General Commission, the department commissioning the Department of the West to investigate and obtain all information practical on the following subject. Let me bring it in a little bit more if I can. Oh, that's too. That's too. See if I can do it like this. Okay, that's a little better. The following subject. Regard to the difficult. First, regard to the difficulties which have existed between the Creek and Seminole Indians since their immigration west of the Mississippi. Second, whether the Seminoles or other Indians have left the territory assigned to them by the government and whether they have been engaged in hostile against the people of the United States. I have now the honor to repeat, okay, I have the honor to report in objective to my instructions all the information obtained. Since the immigration of the Seminoles west of the under the treaties concluded May 9th, 1832 and March 28th, 1833, there have existed only two causes of difficult two causes of difficulty between them and the Creeks. By the first article of the treaty conclusions, May 9th, 1832, it was speculated that the Seminoles should be received as a constituent part of the Creek Nation and be readmitted to all the privileges as a member of the same and an additional extent of the country for providence or production something. I can't get that word right there. To their members, okay, protection. So I don't even know what that is. Provisions, something. To their members to be aided to the Creek country for that purpose. By the Treaty of March 28th, 1833, the boundaries of this additional this additional extent of the country were defined, and by the treaty with the Creeks with the February. Okay. And with the treaty with the Creeks of the 14th of February, 1833, it was speculated that the Seminole Indians of Florida was removed to this country. It is provided by the Treaty of May 9th, 1832. Shall also have a permanent and comfortable home on the lands hereby set apart as the country of the Creek Nation. And these, the Seminoles, will hereafter be considered a consist, constituent part of said nation. Seeks are beefs are to be located on some parts. So I'm not sure if they say creeks or beefs are to be located in some part of the Creek country nation. Okay, to the country by themselves. Okay, let me read that again. Considered a constituent part of the said nation, Creek, are to be located on some part of the Creek country by themselves. Under the above positive stipulations, the Creek have always regarded the Seminole Nation as under their government and laws, and merely I cannot get that word, constituting one of the districts into which the nation is divided. Each district being grievance by the each district being governed by the chiefs. Okay, the Seminoles, however, have steadily refused to come under the control of the Creek government and laws considering themselves. So the Seminoles is not listening to the Creek. They're not obeying the laws, doing what they want to do. A separate nation and not subject to the Creek government in any manner whatever. They have steadily refused to always to join the Creeks in their annual council, and although invited by them every year to send delegates in the same manner of the other distant or of the other districts of the nation, this has been the principal cause of difference between the Creeks and the Seminoles. So I don't know how they really fell out. It seemed like that. It seemed like that a lot of the Seminoles is Creeks. They were formerly Creeks. So it looks like that they didn't really want to be down with the Creeks. I really don't know why they didn't want to be down with the Creeks, but it seemed like that kind of is a reason why they kind of bumping heads from what it looks like. Another serious cause of difficulty between the individuals of the two nations came into existence about December 1848. So what they said that they really didn't start, okay, to 1848 is when they started tripping on this matter. I wonder why they said about December 1848. At the time when the Seminole Negroes were held at Fort Gibson under the protection, and this is after a whole group had went down to Mexico at first, because we read that it was something happening in the 1844s, which we're going to get to that story, but now we at 1854. At first we was at 1870 through 1876. Then I had went to the and now we at 1850. You know what I'm saying? Now we at 1850. Um, and we fit to see what was going on because there was things that was going on in the 40s, which we're going to get to those stories also. Okay, about December 1848, at the time when the Seminole Negroes were held at Fort Gibson under the protection of the government and from the possession of the Seminoles claiming them as property. So, with my opinion on that, they started teaching them these type of things whenever they kind of started living and being with these people like that. When we was down in Florida, it wasn't no slavery. It wasn't they was in control. It wasn't like uh, we had to be under their rule. It was a lot of them. It was a lot of us influencing them on a lot of stuff. But just like I say, during that time, black people, if you wasn't within they world freed and had your free papers and kind of got vetted through their system, if you was a black person on earth, you was considered to be catchable and to be put in slavery because the church backed it and everybody backed that as far as saying that black people was 3/5 of a human, was a beast, really wasn't a human at all. You know what I'm saying? That they could basically do this to to the people. It was like having some gold. You can sell this person and somebody will buy them. And they had all type of things set up for that. So when they saying claiming them as property, it's a certain way that they got to talk to be able to have their peoples with them. So they got to say, okay, yeah, that's my slave, that's my property. So the government will basically let them be with them to where they ain't tripping, because this is what a lot of that fighting in Florida was about too. You know what I'm saying? Trying to separate. And eventually they ended up separating us. So about this time, by a decision of the Attorney General, to which I beg leave to refer you for information in the subject, to which I beg leave to refer you for information in the subject. Okay. The right of property and all these Negroes was restored to the Seminoles and by direction of the Secretary of War dated 5th of August, 1848. So I guess, okay, so that's 1848, but they said that something happened in December. So the Secretary of War said that the black Seminoles should be with the Seminoles. They were turned. Oh, okay. So they was at Fort Gibson. I guess they was in jail. I guess they was in prison. And okay, they got turned over at Fort Gibson in the presence of the Seminole sub-agent to the chiefs of the tribe, owing to the severity. I think that's the word. Owing to the severity. I think that's the word. Owing to the severity of the winter, these Negroes were not removed from Fort Gibson until the early part of spring. So I wonder, why did they say that something happened in December of 1848? Okay, so that we in spring 1849. Now a wide field was thrown open. The speculations to the whites. Okay. Now a wide field was thrown open to speculations. Both whites, Indians, and many of these Negroes were purchased. Okay, so they saying whites, Indians, and many of these Negroes were purchased by the Creeks. That's crazy. So whites was purchased, Indians was purchased, and Negroes was purchased by the Creeks, Cherokees, and white men. from Seminoles who had no shadow of a claim. So they doing shady business. They are removed. Okay, but they are removed, however, to the Seminole country and retained. And retaining their arms. Okay, so they said that, I guess they're trying to say that some of them was purchased by the Creeks and the Cherokees and some white men, but the Seminoles who had no shadow of a claim, so they really didn't really own it. They didn't own them at all. But when they dealing with the government and with slavery being a hot thing at the time, it's a certain way that they had to talk and move around to be able to still be with their family. You know what I'm saying? And they had to say, well, this is my property, or they had to talk like that to uh, to basically put it on paper to make it make sense to everybody else. Okay, they are removed, however, to okay. So they're talking about the Black Seminoles. What it do? Nike 903. He gonna come through by the P, just doing a little morning read. Just kind of getting this little information out of what happened in 1854 and in 1850s and stuff like that, when the Creeks and the Seminoles was beefing in Oklahoma, and how some of them during that time had got ran up out of Oklahoma and stuff like that and went to Mexico. I know before I was in the 1870s, and they had brought up something within that little bill where a group had left down there in like 1844. So now we at 1849 right here, where they talking about basically, but we fit to get into the part to where whenever they started tripping and they started doing the slave raids, and we got ran up out of there. Okay, so they said that they all removed. We talk about the Black Seminoles, however, to the Seminole country and retaining their arms. So they kept their guns, returning their arms, maintaining their separate organizations in the towns, most of them being located at Deep Fork and at Wewoka. So Deep Fork is it's a little bit east of Wewoka. So Wewoka is like, okay, so the Seminole County is like the smallest out of all of them as far as they gave the land to. Wewoka's like right there on the creek border. And if you go back east, say about 50 miles, probably not even that. I think that's Watonga right there. And I think Watonga at first was Deep Fork, but I'm going to have to do a more deep dive into that, because I think that Negro Abraham was more on the Deep Fork side than in Wewoka. But he also, his kids and everything was also within the Wewoka tribe. So that's going to be another little bill, but we're seeing that the Black people is being mostly located at Deep Fork and every Walker during that time in 1850. For the action of the general then commanding to the 7th Military Department, the Superintendent of Indian Affairs, and the Seminole Sub-Agent, I beg leave to refer to their correspondence on file at the headquarters Department of the West, and the facilitated reference to them, tenement them as follows. I think that's what they say. Tenerate, some. Them as follows. Sub-agent letter to General Arbuckle of July 16th, 1849. General Arbuckle reply dated July 26th to communications from Superintendent of Indian Affairs dated July 20th, 1849. General Arbuckle letter to Adjutant General dated July 31st, 1849. General Arbuckle letter to General Beckham dated August 2nd, 1849. Superintendent to the letters dated August 18th, 1849. Okay, so that's a lot of just saying some letters going back and forth what he was writing. So I guess this is what he was writing within these letters to these people. In the letters, General Arbuckle, Superintendent, General Arbuckle to the Creek, dated 17. Okay, so it's a lot of little dates going to different places from the correspondence and conversations with some of the principals. Okay, so General Arbuckle's letters to Adjutant General dated September 14th, 1849 from the correspondence. So I guess, okay, so that first started off 1848 in the fall of 1848. So now we back at the fall of 1849. I guess they for to speak about, I guess, what happened within that year. From the correspondence and conversations with some of the principal Creek chiefs and other persons well acquainted with the conditions of affairs in both nations, I have obtained the following facts. It is well known both on the Seminoles and Creek nations that immediately after the death of Old Micanopy, one of the principal chiefs of the Seminole Nation West, Cahuchi, which is Wildcat, was ambitious. Okay, he was ambitious to be chosen head chief of the nation, and on the selective of Jim Jumper, he became much dissatisfied. So this is where they started putting into play. As you see right here, they say uh, after the death of Old Micanopy. So Old Micanopy, he was, the principal chief. He fucked with the black people. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no slavery thing. How it wasn't, he wasn't moving how the Creeks and them trying to move. The Creeks and them is trying to move how the white people in them is moving. They really is changing their culture. To really be Americans at this time. You know what I'm saying? And Micanopy wasn't moving like that. They really, I really felt like they been having close ties and relationships with the blacks in Florida for a long time. And I'm gonna bring out more information to prove that. But we just seeing right here how they kind of breaking it down that when the old chief had died, whenever they came out here, Wildcat was supposed to be appointed because he was somebody else's. I forgot his daddy's name, but he the son of one of the chiefs, but Jim Jumper ended up being real tight with the Indian agent, and they started making money, and I think that they got money hungry and figure out how to make money and kind of doing it the Creek way and and stuff like that. And but it's like I say, Wildcat was supposed to be the chief, but they didn't want Wildcat to be the chief because they fuck with the black people, and they felt like that the black people, because they fuck with them, that the black people had influence over them, that they was basically telling them what to do. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's why they went more towards John Jumper, because they didn't want to open up that fire keg of what Wildcat and the other blacks, and I guess other blacks could start joining the Seminoles like that, and they can start being deep. So he became dissatisfied and was disposed to resist of all operations of the Creek laws. Notwithstanding that by treaty stipulations, the Seminole Nation formed a separate district under the Creek government. He, Wildcat, was strongly influenced by Gopher John, who influenced by Gopher John, and there of the chief Negroes. So once again, we got chief Negroes, and I just wonder why they just don't shed more light. I guess I got to do more digging to see who is all the chief Negroes at this time in Oklahoma. You got Gopher John, but it's other chief Negroes like Jim Bowlegs and stuff like that. And I think that was my peoples though. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Because like I said, a lot of my kinfolk got the Bowlegs. But yeah, this is interesting right here. This is kind of crazy how they wrote that, and this is something that I was thinking, just getting a perspective that, and they really wrote it out. You know that Micanopy died, then you know what I'm saying. They appointed John Jumper and Wildcat. Shit, this is when things kind of went haywire, I guess. So Wildcat was strongly influenced by Gopher John and their chief Negroes to resist any interference in reference of the condition of the Negroes and was urged by them to resist all influence of the. Okay, so dang, that's crazy. That's crazy that the general just general was saying this. Um, and I just wish that they would shed more light on these black chiefs at the time. Uh, I don't know if, man, that's kind of deep right there. Okay, so Creeks. Okay, so influenced the Creeks over the Seminoles. So they was basically, I guess they trying to put it that these niggas was telling Wildcat what to do. You make it so crazy. Wildcat is one of they killers. That's why it's so crazy about the situation that how the killers is listening to the niggas, but the niggas are supposed to be their slaves. Like this is just kind of just don't make no sense to me. But I'm gonna continue with the story. All these Negroes turned over to the Seminoles Nation were congregated in small towns throughout the district. Principally, however, at Deep Fork and Wewoka. They retained their arms and lived under no restraints. Come on, man. How these niggas come on, man? What slaves got guns? Like what slave owners let their slave have guns and live under no restraints? This is coming from the government, man. However, from their ho- however from their owners, you see how they try to put the owners thing on there. They just it's crazy disrespect from their owners. In fact, they seem to be regarded by the chiefs as common property, and the Negroes considered themselves free. Yeah, nigga, we free. What you mean? Why wouldn't we feel free and we doing what we want to do? We been doing what we want to do even back in Florida. Y'all keep on trying to push this narrative that all these is runaway slaves. Y'all gotta be enslaved. Just fucking with niggas, man. Y'all the niggas just doing this goofy ass shit, man. And man, this shit is fucked up, man. What they did to niggas, man. For real though, man. They got niggas really fucked up, man. When niggas is over here doing their own little thing, not trying to be part of their little thing, whatever they got going on. They moving and doing whatever they doing. And niggas just enslaving my niggas, man. Just running up on my niggas and just saying that niggas just, man, just making up shit, man. And the shit done stuck now to where we under the same umbrella as everybody else. Like, you know, they don't even recognize us as really part of really being Seminoles and uh, trying to say we not indigenous and, you know, trying to say that, you know, we wasn't here before Europeans got here, man. It's just crazy, man. This shit's starting to piss a nigga off more that I be reading into this shit, man, for real though. But the Negroes considered themselves free in March under the guide under the guardianship of those Indians who claimed them as property in Florida. Come on, man. This is all family though. See, that's what I'm saying. It's all love. It's all we all one. But this Indian agent then got that John Jumper, man, and they done flipped the whole game. And, now to this day, man, there's still a lot of old heads, black old heads that don't fuck with the Indians, you know what I'm saying? Like that, but they bang Seminole though. Old black heads, you know what I'm saying? They been having gripes, but just like I say, hopefully I can gather a lot of information and go have a talk with the chief, man, and see if we can get things right. Because he might have some information that I ain't up on, that can kind of put everything to bed. But you know, it just ain't adding up, man. It just ain't adding up, and I'm seeing where they just forcing the mislabeling on us. But it's like I said, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I gotta do more deep dives into get more of a standing ground argument as far as the foundation. So I got to dig more into the 1700s and stuff like that. But I'm bringing whatever little information that I can. I'm putting it out there. So now we at 1850 with it. Okay. Who claimed them as property in Florida before their immigration west. It is much to be regretted that this condition of these Negroes was owing in a great measure to the to the interference on the part of some officers of the government in their behalf to maintain them in a partial state of freedom. Okay, let me bring that back. It is much to be regretted that this condition of these Negroes was owing in a great measure to the interference on the part of some officers of the government in their behalf to maintain them in a particular state of freedom. After the decision of the government that they were to all intents and okay. And after the decision of the government that they were all intents and purposes slaves, and that the ultimate title to them as as property was to be left to the Indians themselves without any intervention on the part of the government. So, and that's a lie. And that is a bold-faced lie when they say without any intervention on the part of the government. That's a lie because they had the Indian agent was teaching these people on how to be slave owners. They was teaching these people on how to make money off black people. They started teaching these people stuff on so they can make money for the government. This is the money making, man. That's why it was a big deal to capture black people, man, and you can't just have black people doing whatever they wanted to do because then you're gonna get other black people. It's not their system would not work at that time like that. And for them to say that and for them to say without any intervention on the part of the government is a lie. That is a lie, man. That's crazy, man. They started getting more money. They knew that they was going to be able to get certain funding if they had them people, if they had more numbers. And then on top of that, they are able to sell these people. They finding out who they can sell the people to. They finding out who the buyers. They finding out all these type of things to be able to adapt to the new culture, adapt to the new life that they live in now in Oklahoma than what they was doing in Florida. They was already, because some of these people had already had a lot of white in their family already. Or they was kind of mixed. So they was probably mixed with a little bit of white in their family at that time. Some of them was. So I don't know if they lean more towards that, but just like we was reading, when Micanopy died, Wildcat was supposed to be the chief. That's how it fall in line, but the government messed that up. Now they would say that they didn't have no interference with that either, but that's a lie. Man, let me read that again. After the decision of the government that they were to all intents and purposes slaves. This was the part of the mislabel right here. This is where it happened. This is where it happened right here for my peoples. This is crazy. After the decision of the government that they were to all intents and purposes slaves, and that the ultimate title to them as property was to be left to the Indians themselves without any intervention on the part of the government. That is a lie. They've been influenced the whole time. They've been holding their hand the whole time, walking with them and telling them how to do this. They've been holding their hand, walking with them, uh, teaching them how to be slave owners at this time so they can start making money. So they can start living like some of the Creeks is living, like cause some of they Creeks is they big homies. Some of the Creeks are they cousins, blood related, and they gave up the other side of the black people that was also part of their family. But I would say Micanopy, Wildcat, and them, they was more connected to the blacks. I'm gonna try to prove that within more of my builds. But let's keep it moving. All the difficulties between individuals of the Creek and Seminole nations have given out have okay. All the difficulties between individuals of the Creek and Seminole Nation have grown out of the conditions of these slaves, and the Negro chiefs have exercised a controlling influence over the Seminoles. Come on, man. Who is these Negro chiefs? How many Negro chiefs is it, man? Why they not shedding more light on these Negro chiefs and highlighting them more? They just saying they just influencing these. That's what broke. That's what broke up the Creek and Seminoles because of the Negro chiefs. That's crazy, man. Let me read this again. All the difficulties between individuals of the Creek and Seminole Nation have grown out of these conditions of these slaves, and the Negro chiefs have exercised a controlling influence over the Seminoles. How the hell a Negro chief is a slave, man? Like, is it a difference? Like, okay, a Negro chief, is it a difference between a Negro chief and a slave? Like, that's that fucking wordplay, man. This is where they fucked over my people with the mislabeling, man. And this fucking year right here, 1850, because before then and really after that, but it seemed like that they really was just determined just to call us slaves and determined to say certain things when they ain't even got the evidence for that. They just, because niggas is just black, that niggas got to get gaffled up. Nigga, you're black, nigga, you a slave, and we teaching your peoples how to make money off you. So, yeah, they trying to get their money up. They trying to live like the Creeks. That shit wild, niggas reading this shit. Man, nigga tapping into the past like a motherfucker, nigga getting raw. Getting raw first-hand account. So we got Shot Son in the building. He say it ain't no wordplay. A lot of Indians was racist towards blacks, so they didn't like when other Indians allow black people to have positions within their tribe. But they coming from a whole different area.
they coming from a whole different area, man, and they got put onto the game late, man. They wasn't owning those, man. The Creeks didn't even get. They say that the Creeks didn't so called that the they say so called that the slaves didn't get to the Creeks until 1821. As far as on their little forts and on their little thing, I could be wrong about that, but that's what they put out about that. And just like I say, man, they get turned out to be able to start making money for the government. You know what I'm saying? This is a business thing to be dealing with black people and to be uh controlling them. You can just be running around doing what you wanted to do at the time. You see, they did a lot of lying in the newspaper. We done read where the officer of intelligence is lying to the uh, populations about what's really going on for mind control and to to keep people in the dark. And we just got done reading where basically the government said that they gonna leave it up to the Indians. That they gonna leave it up to the Indians. It shows most of Georgia, South where Indians could tell by people on black. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You had certain, but most of them is coming from the north. Yeah, most of them is coming from the north. You know what I'm saying on the for real. Most of them is coming from the north. And just like I said, we just got done reading that the government had left it up to the Indians to say, okay, if these are slaves or if they from the set. But they not gonna miss out on the part to make money. They not gonna miss out on the part to be able to feed their family and do whatever they need to do because they living in this whole new world to where they not being hunters and gatherers no more. They changing up their whole culture. It's a whole change. A lot of Indians took black people in. A lot of Indians looked at black people as slaves. Yeah, and that's why I believe and will be trying to prove throughout my little studies that uh, the the Indians that was in Florida was already connected with the black Indians within Florida, and you can tell with the difference of how they're moving within this Seminole story, especially with this second war, because a lot of these chiefs like Micanopy, they not just giving up to black people like that. That didn't happen until we got out here, and we just got done reading that when Micanopy died, Wildcat was supposed to be the chief, but because he fucked with the black people so hard, they can't let him do that. So they got to put in somebody else that's moving. It's like you say, you got some that looked at black people that took black people in. You got some that hated on the black people. They appointed the Indians that was hating on black people at that time. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about the look. I know niggas are saying like, all right, yeah, you ain't no Indian because you don't look like an Indian. It ain't about the look. It's about the culture and about uh, being part of Seminole and doing Seminole stuff and having their lineage going back. I don't know how far do niggas got to go back to say that niggas is a Seminole. How far do niggas got to go back to say that niggas was over here doing Indian shit and niggas was over here living off the land and niggas was over here moving like you would say a Indian is moving. And we seeing within these writings or within these letters that it's like in the 1870s where they were getting provisions and getting subsidies and getting paid for by the Indians of Burrow. Now, I want to know what's the Indians of Burroughs doing that for the others, people within America, which I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on that to, get a more standing ground. But it's like, man, they getting assistance just like the other Indians getting assistance. They putting money back for Indians, but these niggas is part of the ones that's getting the assistance and they calling them Indians and they putting them under Seminoles And we do get sometimes where we get right now where they kind of just saying Negro and just like this. But just like I say, the government is trying to say that they didn't have no intervention, they didn't have no influence on if these niggas would be considered slaves because you got the Indian agent for the Seminoles is a damn slave owner. The Indian agent for the Seminoles is a damn slave owner. So how in the hell is he not influencing? He the ones that set up He the ones that set up the raids. He the one that was paying, that was gonna pay the Creeks and was gonna pay some Seminoles and was gonna pay some white boys from Texas and was gonna pay the Cherokees to run up in Wewoka and Dorf in Deep Fork to go get these niggas. He the one paying. So they trying to say this influence. And man, that's come on, man. This is how they had divide and conquer with that money. This shit is crazy, man. But I feel you though, Shot son. Niggas gotta have a strong standing, and I'm thinking I'm bringing a strong standing. Nah, it ain't that all Indians is black. Nah, it's not about that all Indians is black. It's just that some of it was black people over here. It was it was black people over here, yeah, and some blacks did come in through the plantations, but as I've been reading and figuring it out that I didn't say figuring out, but reading that they saying that okay, well that was only a small bunch of that was coming off plantations because it was already blacks within the Seminoles within I guess it's black Indians running around there. You know what I'm saying? Any black people over here was Africans or was African descent. Okay, we can say that, but my whole thing is that the white people didn't bring over all the niggas, man. So if a nigga is African descent and a nigga didn't get brung over by no white boy, the niggas was found over here. We okay. There's no full-blooded black Indians. So you just going off the look. It's not about the look. It's about the culture, and it's about your lineage being found. Your lineage being found. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. That's why I put the Indian and the Aboriginal term on it. Because it's like y'all, well, hold on. Well, YouTube, well, I gotta go put the link in, hold on. Let me see if I can put this in the chat. So YouTube tripping right now. I guess I gotta make a little payment. They not letting me put the link in the chat, but what I gotta do is I gotta put the link in my V Note the Most community wall post, which I'm finna do that right now. I'm finna go over to my V Note the Most channel. I'm going to the community wall, and I'm finna post a link over there real quick. And if you want to join the show, you can just hold on real quick. My bad about that. My bad about that. Like I say, I'm an open door for the family. So whenever they need something, I gotta go get that for them. But yeah, I did put the link. It's on my community wall, on my post, on my We Know the Most channel. So if you do want to join the show, just go over there, go hit the link. I can't put the link in the chat. I guess I ain't paid my little subscription thing or whatever. So yeah, so just like I was saying, I think this is the point to where my peoples within the Black Seminoles had got effed over at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like they say the government saying that they leaving it in the hands of the Indians to be able to say if we slaves or not or whatever like that. Uh, and they saying that they not interfering with that decision, but that's a lie. That is a bold faced lie because the Indian agent is a damn slave owner. The Indian agents say that which the Indian agents say that he was told by some damn Seminoles that because he was working for them as far as getting them up to Florida, getting them from Florida up to Oklahoma safely or some show shit like that, that he was told that he was owed a certain amount of niggas and all this. So he just trying to take the niggas and sell them. And then on top of that, he's showing some of the Seminoles how to make money as being selling black people. Like they getting put up on game on how the game is ran. So man, they lying about they not influenced, and you know what I'm saying. They just basically just label us slaves, but it ain't even making sense within their writings because they saying, okay, yeah, uh, these uh, these blacks over and we walk in D Fort, yeah, they armed up, they got guns. It's Negro chiefs. Well, you just read right here. It say Negro chiefs. What the fuck? How the hell is a Negro chief a slave at the same time? That don't even make no damn sense. How the hell? What fucking slave owner is giving a slave guns? And the slaves think they free. Like this shit don't even fucking make sense. But it's part of the history and it's part of how my people got fucked up. I don't know about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just bringing my lineage and what happened to my peoples and stuff like that. And like I say, some of the people in my family, uh, probably don't like the fact. I mean, no, I ain't gonna say they don't like the fact, but they would say, the African descent and stuff like that. But it's like I say, it's not about the African descent and all that type of stuff. If niggas was found over here on the lands whenever certain white people hit certain areas, I mean, just because they ain't looking like the Indians, don't mean that they not Indians. They over here living in a culture. They already just mislabeling blacks from the point to because they live off the Bible. They Bible is their timeline, and they look at blacks a certain way from the Bible. So at that time, you was 3/5 of a human if you looked a certain way. If you didn't get vetted through their system to where they looked at you as a certain type of black, or you had your freeman papers, then you was, uh, I guess, not a slave. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time it was free black people running through. They say Philadelphia, and it was slave owners at that time. It was black slave owners at that time, and it was black people in up north doing things, and it was black people in the south doing things. You know what I'm saying? But my people is just doing this. You know what I'm saying? And niggas just like, nah, y'all niggas ain't Indians, y'all. But it's like, damn, hold on, they just named my nigga a chief. The fucking general just said, okay, and the Negro chiefs have exercised a controlling influence over the Seminoles. Come on, these supposed to be the big bad Indians. How the fuck these niggas is telling these niggas what to do because these niggas is the real Seminoles? Like, man, this shit is fucking crazy, man. Over the Seminoles and have introduced them to resistance, the government, and laws of the Creek Nation. The Albos try to say Indians were already black. They are a lie. They got black members for mixing. Okay, I feel you with that shot, son. It's a lot of people got some things to say within this community on how they feel about how things happen and stuff like that because niggas been lied to so much over here. That niggas gotta almost put everything on the table to make it make sense. So that's why I'm just bringing my little information that I'm just finding out, doing my little web surfing and trying to make it make sense on what I'm saying. Okay, it was, but a nigga got to have a more uh, stronger standing ground. Cause it's like I say, how far do a nigga got to go back within time to say that niggas is Indians over here, that niggas is that niggas is black Indians, when a nigga can go back to 1780 and United States so called didn't start until 1776. But I guess niggas would say, well, niggas got to take it back to the 15 and the 14s. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm up for the task. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep trying to bring the little information to prove that that I'm him. I'm a motherfucking black. I'm a descendant of Negro chiefs of Seminoles. But let's keep the paperwork going. This right here is a long little bill right here, but I'm gonna have to get up out of here uh, about 11:15 on my side. Like I said, gotta go pick up my daughter and do some things with her. So the Chiefs became dissatisfied that these Negroes, armed and regularly arranged in small towns, should should occupy shouldn't occupy their lands and the shouldn't occupy their lands in this condition. So the Creeks is tripping. They say, hold on, nigga, we got laws and we ain't feeling this. Like I say, the Creeks is starting to move more like the Europeans. The Europeans got big influence over the Creek. They doing big business with the Creek. So they got a lot of influence. They feeding the Creek big. They giving the Creek whatever them niggas want. And influence, okay, and should occupy their lands and conditions and influenced by speculations among themselves. Cherokees and white men who had brought up claims to some of the Negroes were desirous to have them disarmed and reduced to an actual condition of slavery. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like like this is how they making the slaves. This is how they making the slave. Niggas saying, well, nigga, y'all was slaves in Florida before y'all nigga, what slave is traveling from Florida to Oklahoma in the 1840s with a gun, and this is during wartime. This is big tripping. This is a lot of shit going on. What black people is traveling with guns and they're slaves, and these niggas just calling these niggas Negro chiefs, and these niggas, come on, man. This is how they do it, man. We're gonna disarm them. And what it say? Actual. Okay, we're gonna disarm them and reduce them to an actual condition of slavery. They gonna make them beg. All right, nigga, don't fuck with a nigga. Have them niggas begging a nigga to come fuck with a nigga. That's why these niggas is mad at Wildcat and all these other niggas, because they fucking with these niggas hard, because these are they peoples, man. These niggas gonna fight to death with these niggas. These hoe ass nigga Jim Jumper, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's up with this nigga Jim Jumper, man. That shit is fucked up, man. Straight up. Shit is fucked up, man. To conditional slavery. Okay, so that the chiefs of the Seminole Nation might decide in council in all claims to the property of their slaves, might determine over and might might be turned over in possessions of them gain. So they steadily trying to what it do, Ty Sam coming through, bro him. Straight up. Uh Seminole Nation might decide to cancel. Okay, do. Okay. And it is to be regretted also that the sub agent for the Seminoles was at this time engaged in the collection of a claim on a large portion of these Negroes. I mean, you got the damn Indian, you got the damn sub-Indian agent making the claim for these Negroes, and they saying that the government didn't have no influence. Come on, man, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. This is how they did it, man. Nigga just reading on how they basically made niggas slaves from niggas being Indians. This is how they did it. Niggas reading the straight crazy. Okay, so what a large portion of these Negroes, and I mentioned the fact as leaving too much discontent on the part of many of these Seminoles and claimed, many of these Seminoles who claim that their slaves, which we know they not their slaves, that's just they homies, they had to say that for them to be able to, for the government to be able to like fuck with them like that, you know what I'm saying? But they know they not their slaves, so I don't even know why they even writing that shit, because they just gotta disrespect us, man. This is just more. This is just more. This is how how they disrespecting and mislabeled us. Like we just gonna put slave on them. We don't care where they come from, nigga. I don't even know them niggas. They niggas, they slaves, point blank. These slaves were alienated from them by their chief. So that's how they did. They alienated. They trying to divide it. They divided us. They divided us, man, from their chiefs without a shadow, without a shadow of, without a shadow of a doubt. At this time, it appears that Wildcat, discontent from having lost his influence in the nation, resolved to do all his resolved to do all in his power to retain the Negroes in separate towns, to keep them armed and almost in a perfect state of freedom. Come on, man. Wildcat giving it. That's why I give it up for Wild. That's why I give it up to Wildcat every time, man, because he pushed the line. I don't know what happened to Alligator, man. He came out here. I guess he got quiet. Niggas started getting big. Niggas started eating. Started eating with the creek. That's what I'm saying. Niggas started eating a different way. Start living a different way. You know what I'm saying? Start drinking more. You know what I'm saying? Start living that baller life. Different clothes. Come on, man. You can always go over there, go get you some corn, go get you some subsidies. Like, yeah, these niggas done turned on niggas, man, and we seeing it live. They written it out, and they ain't putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. Comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, share this information, because this is powerful information, not just for Black Seminoles, but for other Black people within America to know Black American history. It was at this time also he laid his plans to leave the Seminoles. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he definitely wasn't mixed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got the general saying Negro chiefs. How the hell the Negro chief is a slave? That shit don't even make no damn sense to me. And these niggas got guns. They feeling like they free. They not listening to. They not abiding by no creek laws. Niggas doing whatever the fuck they want to do, man. Like, cause niggas see they self as Indians. I don't know. I'm gonna dive deeper into it to, really get a stronger standing and really make more sense. But I don't know how niggas can deny this. It was at this time also that he laid plans to leave the Seminole nations to go to Mexico and desired to take as many Seminoles and Negroes with him. Let's go to the next page. With him as possible. From the official documents uh, already cited, it appears that he Wildcat presented himself as acting under instructions from Jim Jumper. Okay, so he pulled the fake 48. He pulled a fake 48, so he acted like he had got some instructions from Jim Jumper. Okay, let's see what happened. The principal chief in connection with George Cloud and other chiefs obtained the interference of General Arbuckle to preserve these Negroes from getting into the hands of speculators, many of whom had obtained them by fraudulent means and objected fraudulent titles to them. And these niggas keep running around saying that nigga we slaves and this is this. These niggas coming up with fake paperwork. I told y'all niggas when niggas was in Florida that these niggas was making up slave ass to have a reason to come down to Florida to hunt niggas. These niggas, the Indian agents was paying the government to be able to hunt niggas. And they try to say that these is running. Nah, these ain't no nigga. They just hunting niggas. They been doing this shit since these niggas got over here in the 1500. These niggas been hunting niggas. And they been keeping it under wraps. But we got it right here in the 1850 on how they did it. And they was doing it before this time. They was doing it before this time. So, interference General Arbuckle to preserve these Negroes from getting into any hands of speculations, many of whom had obtained them by fraudulent means. Fraudulent means, obtained fraudulent titles to them, fake paperwork. Fake paperwork. They been having fake paperwork. This ain't new. They been moving like this. That was the game. That was the game. I nigga got some paperwork. I can show the courts. These are my slave. Nigga, stop it. The government of the Creek Nation, finding that the conditions of these Negroes was likely to lead to distance and that the Negroes were armed, contrary to their laws and prepared to resist by force any attempt to disarm them or to change their conditions. They already know what time it is with these niggas, man. How are these niggas slaves and they moving like this? They don't even want to run up on them. They gonna run up on them, but they gotta come up with a plan to get at these niggas. Slave raids. But now these niggas got guns. See, at first niggas didn't have no guns like that. Niggas had the little bow and arrows, had their little whatever. Now niggas got guns. It's different. And these niggas big tripping. And these niggas are saying shit like, well, shit, how you think a man's supposed to die? Yeah, they telling these niggas shit like this before it jump off. Yeah, how you think a man's supposed to die? Come on, man. And that's what the chief. Okay, so that's what the chief down at the John Horse Highway revealed that they had last summer or last fall or whatever. he gave a story. He has told a story about niggas getting ran up out of Oklahoma, and some children getting kidnapped, and a couple women getting kidnapped. It was shooting and killing. It was a tripping going on, and he said that John Horst and some of the black chiefs said that was shit. How you think a man's supposed to die? So they ready. They know they killers. These niggas just trying to just mislabel my niggas and just trying to just downgrade my nigga. Oh, y'all niggas just slaves, nigga. Y'all niggas ain't Indians. And come on, man. It's wicked. Okay, so let me disarm them and not change their conditions. Okay, let me read that again because that was strong. Comment, like, subscribe, share this information. Okay, let me go. The government of the Creek Nation finding that this condition of these Negroes was likely to lead to distance and that the Negroes were armed contrary to their laws and prepared to resist by force any attempts to disarm them or to change their conditions represented the facts so the government without taking any active measures to enforce their laws. It was at this time when Wildcats, seeing a determination on the part of the Creek to enforce their laws in regard to these Negroes, left the Seminole Nation, taking with him a number of Seminoles, variously estimated about 25 to 45. I think from all we can learn, the number was about 35. Gopher John also went with him, taking about 30 Negroes. So I think this is that time when that chief was talking about what happened. That's crazy. 30 Negroes. So Gopher John, this is when Gopher John was in Oklahoma. These were all that Wildcat persuaded off with him at the time. It appeared that at the time the Creek Nation had abandoned all claims to these Negroes, and they were regarded by the Creek Nation as the property of individuals of the Seminole Nation. To show the views of the principal chief of the Creek Nations, Roby McIntosh, is regard to the operations of their laws over the Seminole Nation and particularly over this kind of property. I beg leave to refer you to a letter from McIntosh to General Barrap, I think that's his name, then commanding Fort Gibson, dated June 10th, 1850, originally on file in Office Headquarters, Department of the West. From all the correspondence above cited, it appears that all the facts had been set for the government for that certain reasons set by the Superintendent of Indian Affairs at the Seminole Sub-Agent. Application has been made for an armed force to bring these Negroes into subjection. So they didn't pay the armed force, and also that no force was furnished in the application urgently resisted by the military authority on the ground that to disarm these Negroes and scatter them would serve only to alienate them from the Seminoles. So let me bring that back. Okay, from all the correspondence above cited, it appears that all the facts have been set forth of the government that for certain reasons set forth by the Superintendent of Indian Affairs and the Seminole Sub-Agent, applications have been made for armed forces to bring these Negroes into subjection. So did they get the call from the Superintendent of Indian Affairs to do this and the Sub-Agent? That's kind of crazy for the armed force. Okay, armed force to bring these Negroes into subjection, and also that no force was furnished, and that okay, no force was furnished, and the application urgently resisted by the military authority on the grounds that to disarm these Negroes and scatter them would serve only to alienate them from the Seminoles. So it looks like that. It looked like that the government was in on it, but how can they say they didn't have no influence? It's crazy. Okay, the speculated would get. Okay, the speculators would get hold of them and carry them out of the country. It appears, however, that okay, that's crazy. So they saying that this west part is a whole nother country. Yeah, they saying that this west thing, everything west of Arkansas, I guess that's a whole nother country at this time. That's kind of crazy that they said that like that. It appears, however, that this non interference this not interference on the part of the military to disarm, reduce these slaves to a state of subjection tended to hasten the result of anticipation in furnishing the armed forces. Okay, so they had to get the armed forces together. Had the application been granted, in all probability, titles to these slaves would have been settled by the Seminole chiefs and council without interference on the part of the Creeks, and speculators could not have obtained half the number. So I guess they trying to say that if they was to be able to move faster, to be able to do what they was going to do, that I guess the situation would have came out better. I guess that's what they're saying. For an accurate statement of what occurred in the Seminole Nation at the time in reference to the difficulties between Creeks and Seminoles about these slaves, I refer you to a letter from Captain the 5th Infantry on duty in the Seminole Nation to General Belham, then commanding the 7th Military Department, dated July 15th, 1850, the party of Creek Indians and their mentioned in the communications was composed entirely of individuals claimants basing their claims solely on purchase from the Seminoles of their persons who were actually paid by those interested to assist in disarming the Negroes. Okay, hold on, let me read that again. The party of Creek Indians and other mentioned in the communications was composed entirely of individuals claimants basing their claims solely on purchase from the Seminoles. Okay, so these is this is the fake paperwork. This is the fake paperwork they was talking about, and of the persons who were actually paid by those interested the assistance in disarming the Negroes. Every man in the party not interested in the property and and, and taking not interested in the party and taking part in the transactions was paid for his services by these interested. So as you see that they getting paid, somebody is paying them, so that's an influence. That's an influence. They getting paid to go do these things. That's the influence. That's the influence right there. That's the influence right there. Hold on real quick.
And it is a fact that the Creek government did not interfere with these matters at all. It cannot be doubted that it was the desires of the participated chiefs of the Seminole Nation to favor the actions of the part of their agent and the Creek claimants to their Negroes. Okay, so it was probably bitch ass John Jumper and some of them other niggas that was really Creeks. Them niggas is really Creeks. They really came over to Florida late in the game, so these niggas is really Creeks. And just like I say, this is during a time when they just got a new Indian agent, which he is a slave owner, and he started educating them on how to enslave Negroes and how to make money off Negroes and how to do that type of little stuff. So what he was talking about as how they trying to say, well, the Seminole chiefs was the ones that wanted them and was the one that kind of really made the call. Nah, it was the Indian agent because somebody gonna get something for this. You know what I'm saying? We got a mole in the hole. For real. We got a rat. And these niggas been ratting us out, man. That's why I really ain't no love for these niggas right now, man. And these niggas seem like they ain't got no love for us. You know what I'm saying? But we Seminoles, and there's a lot of OGs that say they Seminoles. You know what I'm saying? That, that push this black Seminole. They say that they, you know what I'm saying, that them is our peoples. It's a lot of old black people that believe in that. It's a lot of old black people that that got their little Indian cards, that can talk about this type of little stuff out here, man. So it cannot be doubted that it was the desires of the principal. Okay, they trying to say you do it. Yeah, that ain't what happened. Seminole nations to favor the actions of the part of their agents and the Creek claimants to the Negroes. For as soon as they found, as soon as they found the party in sufficient force to disarm the Negroes, so they had to bring up a force. It's like I say, they had to round up some Creeks. They rounded up some white boys from Texas. They got some Cherokees. I think they got some Choctaws. These niggas made a SWAT squad. Yeah, these niggas made a raid squad, man. These niggas came up with SWAT. And you know what I'm saying? They come get us. And they was paid. They said they paid them. And they trying to say that they didn't have no influence on the mislabeling. Come on, man. This is right in our face. Right in our face. So where was I at? They immediately in council assembled, acceded to the transactions, and actually assisted in turning over the Negroes to the claimants. Okay, so they ran up on them, they did their thing. And as certain the fact that at this time, about 200 of these Negroes under Jim Bowlegs, an intelligent Negro, started to join Wildcats. So Jim Bowlegs, so he a Negro chief. Yeah, because they saying that 200 of these Negroes is under Jim Bowlegs. So he definitely one of the Negro chiefs. That's kinfolk. That's kinfolk, man. It's like I say, man, niggas got the ABC Friendly Reunion, Abraham Bolegs Cudros. Shit crazy, man. So let's see what happened to my peoples, man. This shit crazy. As certain the fact that at this time, about 200 of these Negroes under Jim Bowlegs, an intelligent Negro. How does nigga become intelligent? Nigga didn't go to school. How they know the nigga intelligent? That nigga's a rider. Started to join Wildcat in Mexico. They were persuaded, however, by the same party of Creeks and traders and overtaken on the vicinity of Fort Arbuckle. Okay, so in the same party of Creeks and traders and overtaken on the vicinity of Fort Arbuckle. Okay, so they got
Okay, so they got gaffled up. Them 200 got gaffled up. I guess whenever they tried to leave, we woke to go to Mexico with Wildcat. Okay, hold on. The Negroes resisted and some were killed. We rioters, nigga. Yeah, we gonna resist, nigga. That fuck shit, nigga. Y'all niggas doing all this fuck ass shit, nigga. The Negroes resisted and some were killed. A few of them escaped, but nearly all were taken and brought back to the nation. Man, these niggas been locking us. These niggas been putting us fed cases on this nigga, locking niggas up, nigga doing goofy ass shit, nigga. Nigga, we the last breed of this motherfucker, man. Straight up, nigga. We the last breed around this motherfucker, man. It's the end of the story of the real niggas over here, man. It's what they did to us, man. It's how they got the last niggas up out the way, man, before niggas just got crossed over to just being freemans and Africans and nigga just being under one bus. Nigga, these niggas right here, nigga, these rioters, nigga, these black Seminoles, nigga, these niggas was going through some shit, nigga. And these bitch ass niggas be saying, nah, nigga, don't say, nigga, you. They just want niggas to take off Seminole and Indian and say, nigga, you a nigga. Nigga, you from Africa, nigga, stop saying, nigga, what, nigga, these my peoples, nigga. The fuck these niggas talking about? Come on, man, these nigga call my nigga a Negro chief. Come on, man, this is the government, nigga. This ain't no motherfucking, uh, fucking Arthur. A nigga that wasn't nowhere around, nigga getting second and third hand stories. This a nigga right there. Come on, man. These Negroes resisted. Some were killed. A few of them escaped, but nearly all were taken and brought back to the nation. What y'all niggas bringing us back for so niggas can work for y'all bitch ass niggas? Because they trying to put that slave, because these niggas trying to sell a nigga. A nigga within their world can't just be no nigga living off the land doing your thing, nigga. You got nigga, that's money, nigga. We gotta put you to work. And nigga don't matter who your parents is, nigga don't matter where you come from, nigga don't matter what you doing, nigga don't matter what you doing. Right. It don't matter. About 11:15, 11:30. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is crazy, man. And nigga, yo, this is crazy right here, man. I cannot believe I just read that, man. These niggas is rioters, man. And you know what's so crazy? When the chief was talking at the Little John Horse reveal on the highway, these niggas said that they was outnumbered 10-1, man. Or 15-1. This nigga said that. Them niggas did that bitch ass shit. Them niggas had to get that deep nigga to fuck with a nigga. Hoe ass niggas. This shit pissing a nigga off, cuz. On the for real though. That shit some hoe ass shit. And these niggas just be acting like that these niggas is, man, nigga finding out the real story, man. These niggas is some hoe ass nigga. These niggas ain't even fucking Seminoles. Most of these niggas hoe ass creeks, nigga, came over late in the game, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Now these niggas getting paid, nigga. Now these niggas done got appointed motherfucking chief. They done left the homie Wildcat up out. Niggas doing hoe ass shit around this motherfucker, man. And they steadily doing hoe ass shit to this day, man. But just like I say, man, I'm just gathering information because I'm definitely gonna step to the chief. Yeah, before I leave this earth, I'm stepping to the chief with my little bit of evidence, and and I'm pushing the equal nigga that we need everything. We need back pay. We need everything y'all niggas got and interest on that because niggas got done wrong. Niggas got done wrong for real though, and that's why a lot of black people don't even fuck with these niggas because they know they gonna do some hoe ass shit anyway. That's why niggas don't be fucking with these niggas. But nigga, I ain't gonna let these niggas get over on my people, nigga, before a nigga die, nigga. That's for sure. I just ain't gonna sit back and just, let these, because these niggas is really some busters. These niggas ain't tough, nigga. Them niggas really busters, man. Them niggas soft. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas do be stabbing niggas up in the prisons and shit, in the jails and shit. I do, the IBHs. or the IBS, them niggas do be, you know what I'm saying? But them niggas ain't gonna do shit unless them niggas is deep. On the for real though, them niggas ain't no hogs like that, nigga. Them niggas ain't no hogs like that, them niggas stabbed up my cousin, touch hog, nigga, straight up. Down in motherfucking down in McAllister and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And he bloodline Seminole, nigga. Barkus. Come on, man. Stop it, man. But he ain't fucking with he ain't nigga. If I get this nigga on some shit like that nigga ain't fucking with it at all. You know what I'm saying? But when we come to this bloodline shit, you know, nigga, the Seminoles, but he ain't fucking with no motherfucking Indian. That nigga kill a motherfucking Indian quick. So just like I say, man, when nigga be saying this Indian shit like nigga, this ain't riding with these niggas. I'm going off the lineage. I'm going off what my peoples was called back then at a time. I'm taking the same meaning. I ain't saying I look like no damn Indian, all that shit. Niggas don't even play with these niggas like that. I heard. I just showed y'all nigga the motherfucking news and shit. Nigga been murders. Even with, you know, niggas been setting houses on fire. This is recent. These last year, these niggas had to shut down high school basketball games. Niggas had to shut down parades and festivities and shit. Cause niggas down there getting killed. Niggas down there shooting shit up, nigga. And niggas be tripping in the jails. So yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? When I be saying this Seminole, this black Indian shit, I'm saying the lineage. And these niggas done fucked us over. These niggas done damn near kicked us out the set. And these niggas ain't even the real rioters. These niggas is the niggas that's getting funded from the government, which is they rioters. You know what I'm saying? These niggas riding with the white boys and ride, you know what I'm saying? So that was the split. It was niggas riding with the white. It was some Indians riding with the white boys, some niggas riding with the niggas, and niggas ran out of gunpowder as niggas wasn't so deep. These niggas bringing wave after wave. These niggas bringing a wave from DC. They bringing a wave from Tennessee. These niggas bringing a wave from Arkansas. They bringing a wave from Georgia. These niggas bringing a wave from New York. They bringing a wave. These niggas keep bringing waves. We keep knocking these niggas down. These niggas keep coming. Niggas have to sign a treaty, nigga, to be able to motherfucking take care of the family, to get the, you know what I'm saying, to get the women and the kids up out of there. Yeah, niggas signed the treaties, nigga, then came out here, nigga, but before niggas was out there big tripping. Big tripping. Come on, man, this shit is fucking crazy as hell. Nigga reading this crazy ass shit pissing me off, nigga, I ain't even fronting. Let me read that whole ass shit again. The Negroes resisted, and some were killed. A few of them escaped, but nearly all of them was taken brought back. Niggas did a motherfucking fair sweep. Nigga did a raid sweep on the hood. The same shit, man. Niggas, man, nigga, my people was one of the first ones to get that fair sweep, nigga. To make a nigga come back to come work, nigga. We out here trying to live off the land and do us. We just trying to do us. We been doing us. Nah, nigga, go get them niggas. Come on, that shit crazy. This system of trading for these Negroes is still kept up. They already said they've been putting out fraudulent paperwork to be able to say that they bought these niggas, that they slave owners. Come on, man. Yeah, this shit is kept up because it's big money. These niggas is cut though. These niggas is pirates on the land. These niggas up here believing everything these fuck ass niggas say, nigga, man, that shit is, and these hoe ass niggas, man. They be going against what niggas just trying to put down with their lineage and trying to, you know, do a deep dive. These niggas just, you know, like this nigga shot saying like, man, I fuck with you, man, my nigga, you a nigga, but it seems like, nigga, you just push back against what nigga just trying to, you know, figure out something over here. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, nigga, it's real niggas trying to really dive into this history, nigga, and nigga just shooting they little shit down like, nigga, that nigga, you pseudo, nigga, your sources ain't credible. All right, nigga, we got primary sources right here, nigga. Nigga, motherfuckers in the government, nigga, that was banging with these niggas. Niggas calling niggas Negro chiefs. I done read some other shit. They saying that Negroes was in possession of Indians. Man, I've been reading some fucking crazy ass fucking shit, man. And niggas just try to just say, nah, y'all niggas just slaves, niggas just African, niggas just, yeah, take off the other terms. Y'all niggas goofy for saying, nigga, Seminole black Indians and Black Indians and Negro Indians or Negro Seminoles. Y'all goofy for saying that. Y'all needed to say y'all West Africans. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Hoe ass niggas, man. I don't fuck with niggas like that in real life, man. Them niggas like niggas that be kind of like going against you and shit. Like nigga, like what you trying to do, but them niggas just like pushing white boy narratives, man. I don't fuck with niggas like that in real life, nigga. Like real. But I guess niggas on YouTube, we debating information, and niggas gotta. I guess this is part of this type of thing. I'm new to this. I'm a rookie and shit like this, but I'm just coming with my little twos and fews. You know what I'm saying? So this system of trading for these Negroes is still kept up, and in my opinion, the sooner the Seminole Nation get rid of them, the better. Come on, man. That nigga sound like a racist right there. And they try to say that the government didn't have no influence. Come on, man. They put a lot of pressure on them other Seminoles because they was going to take them niggas out the game. Well, nigga, y'all niggas ain't going to get shit, nigga, if y'all keep fucking with them niggas. And the other Seminoles is like, all right, nigga, we ain't fucking with y'all. We finna go to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas like, them niggas trying to take the work. Them niggas just trying to take the, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This shit crazy. Nations get rid of them, the better. And all of the intelligent Creeks and licensed traders in the nations agreed in the statement that these Negroes exercise a most a most permanent influence. Oh, come on, man. How is these niggas slave and they telling the killer Indians what to do? These niggas are supposed to be the killer Indians. They had a war, but they got the Seminole War. These supposed to be the killer Indians these niggas scared of, but the niggas is telling these niggas what to do. Come on, man. This shit ain't even fucking making sense, man. This shit don't even fucking make sense, man. Niggas, they don't want to say that these niggas is the real Seminoles. I took it back to goddamn 1685 when them niggas did the first Indian slave raid on Santa Catalina to Africa. Them niggas done changed the name to Fort Carolina. Shit was called Africa at the time, but these niggas want a nigga to be like, oh, well, shit, what about the little African town in Alabama where they found the Quintilda? Or what about the Congo Square in New Orleans? These niggas naming all these little places, these little African places, but then when it comes to this first Indian slave raid, they gonna say, oh, no, that ain't nigga, them wasn't Africans. Nigga, stop it. I'm busting all this shit down, nigga. Straight up. I'm busting all this shit down, nigga. And let me read this last page, man, and go pick up my daughter, man. I'm gonna go live so I can go on and finish up this because I'm supposed to just be reading up to page 20. But man, this shit crazy. This shit got a nigga hot. I ain't gonna front. Gotta roll up something real quick. That shit crazy. That shit got me wanting to slap one of these niggas. Not one of these niggas, but one of these Indians around this motherfucker. That's a Seminole or a Creek nigga for real though. My bad. Let me put this little blunt together real quick. Now I got 15. I'm gonna knock this out real quick and read this real quick. All right, the Seminoles, they endeavored to incite. Okay, the Seminoles. Okay, endeavored to incite them to violence. The laws of the Creeks, and perfectly free from all restraints by the Seminoles. Okay, hold on, let me read that back. Boom, the Seminoles. They endeavor to incite them to violence. To violate the laws. Okay, so they saying that the blacks
It's exciting them to violate their laws of the Creeks and perfectly free from all restraints by the Seminoles. Yeah, nigga, we not fucking slaves. They keep trying. That's how they trying to make us slaves by trying to say, well, nigga, they not restrained, or you know what I'm saying? Just little shit like that. Niggas gotta restrain them. We gotta disarm them. We gotta put them in a state of slavery. We gotta make them slaves. Encourage them in violent conduct and whatever. And okay, in violent conduct and drunkenness. They getting these niggas fucked up. These niggas stay fucked up too, nigga. Killers, nigga. On the bottle, smoking big, nigga. Come on, man. How these niggas is slaves, man? These niggas doing all this G shit. These niggas moving like G's, man. They got their guns. They got their family and children. These niggas got a town. You know what I'm saying? John Horston mapped out fucking Wewoka. But these niggas is steadily hating on my niggas. So they encourage them in violence, conduct, and drunkenness. The conduct of the Creek Nation to the Seminoles have been that of continued forbearance and non-interference with them. So the Creeks been staying away from these niggas. They ain't fucking with them. The Creeks been staying away from them. The Seminoles maintain. See, the Creeks ain't running up on the Creeks. Not gonna run up on them unless they got fully backup. Just like how they said they had to pay, nigga. They had to come with a armed force. They had to wait till their force was built up to run up on these niggas. Had to wait years, man. Come on, stop it. The Seminoles maintain principle that they are entirely independent of the Creeks and not under the operations of their laws. The Creeks have forborne compelling compliance with the treaty stipulations rather than create disturbance, and they put up with the daily violations. So these niggas saying, okay, instead of these niggas making up new laws and kind of trying to make things right, they basically, let things kind of boil over because they really feel like they violating they little weak ass fucking laws. Y'all bitch ass niggas trying to be fucking Europeans now, nigga. Fuck your laws, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. I'm pretty sure that's how them niggas was feeling back then. Nigga, fuck your laws, nigga. Come through, nigga. And them niggas did come through deep. They got niggas up out there, but niggas still fuck them niggas. Straight up, man. Straight up, cuz. On the for real, though, man. This shit pissing the nigga off. And they put up with daily violations. Nigga, fuck y'all. We been doing what we do, nigga. Fuck, because we come out here, nigga, we gotta, nigga, be up under y'all, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. And their laws because they fear forcible the niggas scared. These niggas fear forcible restraints on the part of the Seminoles. These niggas scared, nigga. Bitch ass niggas, they fear. Bitch ass nigga. We gotta go get the government, nigga, to come get at us, nigga. The laws of the Creeks in regard to the introduction of liquor are very severe and with their own people strictly enforced, but the Seminoles violate these laws at pleasure. Nigga, at pleasure, nigga. At pleasure. Fuck y'all niggas. We doing what we want to do. We been doing what we want to do around this motherfucker, nigga. Man, these niggas is the laws, nigga. Straight up. These niggas is the laws, man. The Creeks is the laws, nigga. Fuck the Creek, nigga. Straight up. Violate these, enforce strictly on violate these laws at pleasure and induce large supplies of liquor into the country. And these niggas is moving liquor, nigga. Come on, these niggas the real bootleggers.
These niggas was the first nigga, the bootleggers, nigga, to be coming through in the Indian territory with it, nigga. Come through, we woke up. You can get it. Nigga, my great grandpa nigga got locked up, nigga, and got sent to nigga Fort Leavenworth in like 1904 uh for like I guess for robbery. I guess the nigga owed him some money. He beat a nigga up and took his money, but before that he was locked up for bootlegging. Bro, man, we been doing this shit out here, nigga. Man, nigga been playing this mob shit, man. For real though, man. This shit in the nigga blood, man. You know what I'm saying? All my little kin folks, them niggas is riders, man. All my little kin folks, man, them niggas bang Hoover or A-Tray gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's what, we still move certain ways out here. We still, you know what I'm saying? We still not just squared up. I got some kin folks, them niggas policemen. Nigga, we done did everything. We doing everything out here. You know what I'm saying? But let me finish this up real quick. This shit crazy. In concluding, my report on this subject, I must remain that the Creeks and Seminoles generally disclaim any difficulties having existed between them since their immigration west. The Seminoles claiming entire. All right, man, I got to go pick up my daughter. I appreciate everybody tapping into this build. I'm going to come back with this part 2 later on once I get back from the mall and shit, man. And we're going to finish this little story up about the Seminoles and Creeks beefing over black Seminoles in 1854. And we done read where these niggas is intelligent Negroes. These niggas is chiefs in 1850 out here in Oklahoma. Now, we read that they was chiefs in Florida, but now we reading that they chiefs in Oklahoma. And they running up on these niggas and they mislabeling them to make them slaves. They telling you how they did it. They gonna disarm them. They gonna put them they gonna alienate them from their peoples. And they gonna put them in a state of slavery where they have to beg. Dirty game. But I appreciate everybody tapping in. Like I say, I'm gonna go back live here when I come back from the mall to go on and finish up these little 7 pages, so we can go on and get this out the way and get to something else. Once again, man, I appreciate everybody tapping in. Y'all have a good day. 1.